dear students, welcome to Toppscholars. Today we'll be discussing about hydrocarbons, that is saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. So friends, let's first start with what do we mean by hydrocarbons. Now look at the word hydrocarbons. The name itself tells you what does these compounds contain, right? That is, hydrocarbons are made up of two main constituent elements, that is carbon and hydrogen. So, compounds containing carbon and hydrogen as the main constituent elements are called as hydrocarbons. And these hydrocarbons can be open chain compounds or closed chain, that is cyclic compounds. Let's take some examples to understand this, right? So here we have two compounds which are open chain hydrocarbons, and here you can see we have two closed chain compounds that are cyclic compounds, ring compounds. Now friends, these hydrocarbons are broadly classified into saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons are also called as alkanes, whereas unsaturated hydrocarbons are of two types, that is alkenes and alkynes. So let's first discuss what do we mean by saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons are the hydrocarbons which contain carbon-carbon single bond, that is they contain single covalent bond. And these saturated hydrocarbons are called as alkanes. So what are alkanes? Yes, alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons which contain carbon-carbon single bond, that is single covalent bond. Now friends, these alkanes are generally less reactive, that is they remain inert in the presence of many reagents. But what is the general formula of alkanes? Yes, alkanes are represented by the general formula CnH2n plus 2, where N stands for the number of carbon atoms. Now friends, these alkanes contain carbon-carbon single bond and carbon-hydrogen single bond, which are quite strong, right? And so these alkanes do not undergo addition reactions, that is they remain inert in the presence of many reagents. Let's see some examples of alkanes. Ethane, propane, butane are examples of alkanes. That is, these compounds contain carbon-carbon single bond. They are saturated hydrocarbons. To learn more about this topic, download Toppscholars app.